Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks Part 2. Even though this doesn't look bad, you can see the second layer because I didn't do a step just to make it easier. So let's nudge that out of the way. We're going to nudge this back. And what we're going to do, and what we almost have to do, is take our Smart Fill tool. And if you remember, we have these grouped together, so I'll be able to get it out of the way. And I'm going to go every other one again. But I'm not going to particularly use this as my rotation. I'm going to use this as a guide. So now I can left click, right click, and I am going to Control D and make a duplicate. And I'm going to move this rotation of the node, and I'm going to rotate it at 40 degrees. Whoop, 4 degrees, 40. Now, well, why didn't that work? It should have worked. Oh, I don't have these grouped together. Control G, Control D to duplicate. So whenever you have a problem with it, a lot of time it's user error. So there we go. So now I can fill in these parts and not this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Smart Fill tool, and the advantage of the Smart Fill tool, I'll tell you what we'll do first. Let's group this together. It makes it life a lot easier to be able to move things out of the way. And you'll see that that line is going to stop. Well, you know what? I'm doing the wrong one. I want to do this one. See, it's getting longer and longer because of the rotation. Now, let's take this and nudge that out of the way, and I just have this. Now we need to go back to Object and Combine again to make it all one piece. We'll go ahead and use the Interactive Fill tool, and we're going to go just easy on this first. But then I'm going to go to Edit and Clone, and I'm going to move it out of the way. There is our clone curve. This is our control curve. I can actually move it without nudging. I'm going to move this back. Now, if we watch, Control D to make a duplicate, rotate it from there, make sure you get the node, rotate it 40 degrees. So now it's not doubled up on those colors. So now when we change the clone, we're going to do kind of what we did before. Came out pretty cool. Let's add some black. Too much, too far away. Let's add some light blue. I'm getting worse and worse. That didn't look worth a flip. Well, you're going to get the idea. You see, now I'm not very artistic on colors. Let's just keep going. Make it look really ugly. Let's call that good. Now, if we look, you can't see. Well, you can too. I don't know how. No, well, I don't think there's any way around that because that's just the start of the other color. If they were all the same color, like if we go here to our clone and take away the fill and do our outline, you know, those little bitty lines are there. But that shouldn't matter. Because see, if it's solid color, you can't see it because there's nothing overlap. And my lines are there though. Let's try this. Let's take this, take away the lines. See, I took away the lines of the clone, and now you can't see a line. Now, by doing this, you're not limited to 40 degrees or anything. You could do it, you know, I did 40 degrees to match up the lines. But by doing it the other way, you don't have to do that at all. I still like playing with the Interactive Fill tool on a clone. Oh, okay, I made it solid. Now it's look at that. Why did it put it back to there? There we go. Let's add another little blue out there. Let's alternate light blue and dark blue. You know what we could do? Let's change. This would be a good example of giving a little bit of a sheen to it. Let's make it black. Let's just take this, with your pick tool, make it black. Now get our interactive fill tool and go up there. I don't know why that's doing that, but we're going to put black on top. So now we got all black. But if we put a white in the middle, it's going to kind of give us a sheen. No, it's too strong. So we're going to put black on both sides of it. And it's going to make it look like it's just I don't know what you're going to call it, a sheen line or whatever you want to call it. I still don't like it. So let's replace it with a green. Anyway, there's a lot you could do with this, and you could move your thing and have more of the green. I don't really like this at all. You know, look, you're creating weird shaped lines. They're not symmetrical because we rotated them. That doesn't look that bad. Let's put yellow on the tips. We'll actually make the tip completely yellow. Anyway, let's see what that looks like on a black box. Let's just move our clone out of the way. Take our black box. That's pretty cool if you were going to print that on a black t-shirt. I mean, if you look at it, it's kind of symmetrical and it's kind of not symmetrical. Still getting those shadows just because we've changed the color. So really this video didn't help any, with the exception. A lot of times you can do stuff like, now if this was a solid leaf, then you wouldn't have that color transfer. Anyway, I hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.